Hello.
Hello, Hot Vibes, and welcome back to a recap of Pit Babe episode 12, the penultimate episode.
It felt like, okay, I know it's like penultimate. It's like, ooh, what's gonna happen? It felt fillery.
I think it's more of a lead up, because like at the end, everyone's at the auction, and like the big breakout's
Yeah.
and then everything kind of explodes next week.
See, when they mentioned the auction, I was like, oh, okay, so the auction's gonna be, the big finale next episode. But no, is in this one.
Well, no, it was definitely like a preview of the auction. Don't worry, the auction takes place next episode too. But like,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
like they were like, oh, the auction. Like we kind of saw it, how it starts, and like, and how he sells the children by faking art pieces and stuff, and like.
Yeah.
But before we actually get into this,
What?
I have something to reveal to you.
You have something to reveal? What?
I do.
What do you mean?
And I'm not sure you're gonna take it yet, so we'll see.
Oh no. Oh no.
There's gonna be a season 2 coming out.
And I'm gonna hate you if you make me watch it. No.
I'm excited though.
Why?
I wanted a season 2. A lot of people did too.
Maybe I'm just like the odd man out, but this is like I'm waiting. I really want to wait until like the last episode to really judge
Here's
it.
the thing. Wait until the last episode. Like, we don't need to do anything yet. I would recommend watching the trailer after you watch the last episode, just so you're like we can maybe discuss a bit.
There's a trailer already.
No, it's like the pilot. Like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's not like the actual. It's just like saying, hey, because I think the company Change also had their big like lineup as well. There are also other shows too. There were a few more BLs in there. There was a GL too that looked real good as well.
Yay!
So now they're branching out into that as well. So there's also those if you want to check those out on your own too. But yeah, no, that I just wanted to let you know. So, but yeah, no, I would wait till you watch the finale to really think about it. Because I personally wanted season 2. Because I had thoughts on things and like I felt like there was more to learn about.
If I were to judge right now.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I said I don't know how it'll take this. That's why I want you to wait till after.
Okay.
But anyway, in this episode, we'll start with 12. Well, before we get to other stuff, we kind of have a little bit of where we left off last episode with Kenta holding the knife to Pete. He is, we're still there, and we see that Kenta's wearing a black collar t-shirt with 3 buttons and black belt, black dress pants, and a watch on his left wrist.
We already did this last episode, though.
What if someone is listening to this and didn't watch last episode? You won't know that. And then we go back to the flashback where Kenta's wearing a long sleeve black shirt and black pants and black socks with white shoes.
Great.
Yeah. And they kind of rehash the same conversation they did before, where like, oh, like, where they were playing together and stuff. And Kenta kisses him, and then gets up and walks away. And we cut to present day where Kenta is, again, we see the tear as he's trying to kill him. But Wei comes in and kicks him off.
Great. I like if they ditch this interesting storyline, which is happening in the penultimate episode, mind you. I wish it was happening way earlier because I would have been invested in Kenta and Pete. If they ditch it for Pete and Wei, I'll be furious. Like, I didn't mind them before, but now that I know I have this, that might be more interesting. I don't want that.
The thing is, though, we know it's never going to be a thing.
Why?
Because Pete doesn't feel that way for Kenta. He constantly says, like, oh, Kenta and I are like brothers. He constantly says that throughout the whole episode.
Damn.
And that's why I said when I gave you the vibe for the whole, like, young love thing or whatever, I said it was one-sided.
Damn.
Kenta maybe felt that way for Pete, but we saw that Pete never felt that way for Kenta.
Damn.
Yeah, well, that's life. So Kenta makes a run for it, and Pete stops Wei from going after him. And then we cut to, I don't know if it's Pete's house or Wei's house or whoever's house, but Wei is treating Pete's wounds, and he asks why he stopped him from following Kenta. And this is where Pete says, like, oh, Kenta wasn't going to kill me. Like, even if, Tony ordered him to, he wouldn't kill me. Like, he still sees me as a brother. And, like, because we grew up together, we were brothers, which I feel like it's similar to Charlie and Jeff's relationship. Like, they grew up as brothers.
Yeah.
And I think that's the same way that Pete feels for Kenta. And Pete says like he also wants to help Kenta like kind of like break free from Tony's grasp, similar to how he's been trying to help Wei as well. And then Pete places his hand on Wei's shoulder and asks like, you don't know how to beat Tony, but you're trying to figure out how to.
Wei is doing that?
So this is where it's revealed that Pete can actually read minds. That's his sense and his special ability.
Oh, okay.
And so when he places his hand on Wei's shoulder, that's how he's reading his mind. He's seeing that Wei wants to defeat Tony, and he's trying to figure out how to do it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that the flashback we saw is what Pete was reading Kenta's mind as he was about to kill him. Is because knowing that Pete can read minds, I guess when he touches them or whatever, when he was like had a knife at him or whatever, like I think the flashback showed that was Pete was seeing in Kenta's mind. He was seeing that.
Okay.
And he again reminds Wei that he had a choice to like stand up to Tony and take him down.
See, fine, but like I feel like we've not been shown that from Wei this entire time. Like it's just been like Wei being either sad, manipulative, or none of the above. Like we've just seen him doing those things, and so this whole touching his shoulder thing and just being like, "Oh, you're trying to find a way to defeat him." I feel like that's being told to us, but it hasn't been shown to us.
It's because Wei was conflicted for a while. Like after the whole reveal of him being the Enigma, it was a confliction he was having whether to stay working with Tony or try to take him down. It was a constant confliction, and this is the first time we see Pete. I think it's the first time we see Pete touch Wei and read his mind, and that's how we know what Wei's thinking. He's like, okay, so you are trying to figure out a way to take Wei out, like that, like his confliction of like the good and bad, like his like morals, and like trying to figure out where to go from here.
All right.
And we see it more in this episode too when he teams up with Bae and shit.
Yeah, I know, but whenever he teams up with Bae, like there's always like this lingering. Hey, so can we go back to things the way they were before? Like, maybe, please? Like he says it like 3 times this episode, and I'm like, bestie, no. Like,
well, no, again, it's like it's the regret. Like he realized he fucked up.
Better.
Well, why? Well, we'll get there. Anyway, so then we have Tony yelling at Kenta because apparently the alpha kids he found are not good enough, and we see that Kenta is wearing a black t-shirt with a zipper and black belt, black dress pants, black shoes, and a watch on his left wrist.
Great.
And he wears this for the rest of the episode too, so I won't need to chime in anymore. So I'm sorry about that.
Fuck. Thank fuck.
Yeah, he's just like mad at Kenta for picking, I guess, shitty alpha children. And Kenta says like, well, no, but right now, maybe not right now, but like if we can train them, we can raise them and like to use their senses better. And Tony's like, special senses like that are something you get at birth. It's not something you can be trained. Like, look how long I've been training you, and you're still worthless to me.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, no, Kenta takes a lot of beatings this episode.
Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah. And then Tony thinks, and he's like, actually, we do have one more child who has a special sense. Who we can get our hands on.
Shit. So shit.
Yeah.
Fuck. We're screwed.
Yes. So we kind of wake up the morning after with Alan and Jeff. Jeff goes outside and kind of just have like a cup of coffee by the pool. They're relaxing. We can kind of see a figure behind him, and when we see a knife to Jeff's throat, we kind of put together that it was Kenta.
Yeah, I was like, that's not Alan!
No. And then Alan wakes up, and he looks around and realizes Jeff is gone.
Like, the fact that there's like a coffee cup there, I was like, once he goes outside later, I was like, the coffee cup just sitting there should be a very big clue to you that like something happened.
Well, no, it is, yeah. When he sees the coffee cup still there, like still full, he's like, oh wait, something's not right.
Bad things.
Yeah. He actually tried to call him before that. And we see in the van, Kenta takes Jeff's phone and gives it to a bunch of strangers, and he's like, here, take this, and drives off.
Yeah. I mean, fair, but like also they'll see who gave it to them, so they'd be able to give a description of your face. So also not smart.
Yes, but also it will lead them astray for a bit. And besides, they are like odds are when they realized Jeff was gone, they probably already knew who to connect it to. Like it's not like
Yeah,
this
duh.
big mystery.
It's not a big mystery.
Yeah. So then we have Sonic eating some ramen, and North wants some, so he feeds some to North as well. Babe's sitting outside. North tries to give him an apple and throws it to him, but he misses it. Babe is completely unaware that he just did that. And that's when he starts thinking, because it brings him back to when he first lost his senses, when Charlie threw the apple or fruit or whatever at him, and he couldn't catch it.
And he didn't catch it, yeah.
Yeah. And so he's starting to think, he's like, wait, so are my senses gone again? And wondering, like, if, like, starting to maybe put things together.
But weird, because they're, like, not, because Winter literally says later that he has his senses back, because he's, like, able to fight him more.
Yes. So it's revealed in the next scene we cut to that when Ravel is giving Charlie another injection, he says we need to do them more closer together, because the longer we wait, the more your senses come back.
Okay, I see.
So it's like anytime they inject it, his senses go away and Babe gets his senses back. But when enough time passes without an injection, Babe gets his senses back. And or yeah. So it kind of depends on how frequent the injection is.
Okay, I see.
So it's like sometimes Babe will have the senses, sometimes it'll be Charlie. It depends on how quickly the drug is given. Alan goes outside, and this is where he sees a cup of coffee, and he's like, okay, something's wrong. He tried to call Jeff, but again, there is no answer. So he gathers North, Sonic, and Kim, and they all kind of team up and try to track Jeff's phone.
Which doesn't prove to be that hard.
No, not really. Except for the fact that the phone's not with him.
No.
Yeah. So they kind of find the area, they get out of the car, and they're like, okay, he should be somewhere around here. They see a little group of kids, and they're like, hey, like, can we talk to you? And they're like, oh shit, it's the police, and they all start running away.
In what universe are they the police? Guys, chill.
I don't know.
Dumbasses.
I guess they just assumed that they wanted questioning and they freaked out, so they ran away.
Dumbasses.
So Alan and Kim run off to chase them. They each Alan grabs one and realizes that he doesn't have a phone on him, but Kim's grabs the other, and this is where he finds Jeff's phone.
Yeah.
He's like, oh shit, okay, so what happened? And again, they explain that someone in the van gave it to us.
Gave it to him. Yeah, it's like, we didn't take it, someone just gave it to us from a van.
Yeah. And that's where they put together that Jeff has been kidnapped. So then we have Babe meeting Pete by the river lake area. And Pete said, like, look, in order to get this done, we need Way's help. So Way is here, and he's like, hey, look, I'm sorry, babe. And Babe says, like, even if you apologize a million times, like, nothing's gonna, like, come from it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. And he says, like, look, I just want to help you get rid of Tony. Like, put a stop to that. And Babe says, like, oh, like, anyone who believes that is a fool, because you've been working with him for 10 years, and now all of a sudden you want to get rid of him.
I mean, again, at least he could do.
Which, I mean, I also kind of call, like, hypocrisy here, because Babe also spent how many years with Tony? The whole, like, thing with Tony and his kids, like, he kind of gets, like, a lot of them should, like, I think Pete is the only one who really, like, understands, like, it's hard to break away from Tony. It's hard to disobey him. You're either manipulated into thinking he's the best person in the world, or you're terrified of him, and you act out of fear. And Pete, again, being the only one who was really there for Way, because, like, he understood how, like, bad it is and scary it is to be in, I guess, a child of Tony.
Yeah. But, like, I get why it hurt him more, because it came from his best friend, and that he lied to him about it.
Yeah.
And not only that, he was manipulating him the whole time. Like, I'd be pissed too.
No, I get Babe being pissed, but, like, him being like, oh, so now, like, you don't want, like, it's like, oh, now you want to betray him? Like, you've been with him for 10 years. It's like, you were also with him for, like, probably 10 plus years as well. Like.
True, but I feel like he's only saying this. Like, these words aren't what they are.
Yeah,
like,
no, I get a lot of it is just him being, like, mad because, like, it's Way specifically. But, like, yeah. Yeah, and Way says, like, look, when I was with him, he said, like, if I did everything he told me, it would be over. But now I realize that I'm no use to him, and, like, I want to put a stop to it. Like, he's hurt a lot of innocent people. And Pete says, like, yeah, like, using my sense, I can tell Way's telling the truth. He wants to take down Tony just as much as we do. So Babe kind of says, like, fine. Like, we'll work together for now, temporary truce, and get this done.
Temporary truce. Sounds fine.
And so they start talking about the evidence from the clip of Mr. Dong's child's testimony. Yeah, I know. He's back. Well, he's mentioned, at least. And they're trying to figure out how to connect that with Tony receiving compensation from it. Wei kind of says, like, most of it is either in land or real estate, or, like, it's received on behalf of the nominated company called T-World, which is Tony's company. But Babe realizes that T-World was the company that kind of, like, ran his dad out of business and, like, kind of made him go bankrupt, which is ultimately what led to him leaving Babe. So then at Tony's little headquarters, Kenta goes up to two guards who are guarding Jeff's room, and he kind of goes in. And he says, like, if you're planning on doing something, you better do it now.
It's interesting. Like, he helped him escape. He confuses me.
Yeah.
Because he helped him escape before by not saying where he was. He was just like, oh, yeah, go ahead, run. And then now he's gone out and kidnapped him and brought him back. Why would you do that if you helped him escape before? Just be like, oh, I couldn't find him. Whoops. Like, I looked everywhere. He's in the wind. Something. Anything.
Because now Tony's mad at him. He's mad at him because he blames him for Charlie's death, quote unquote. He blames him for not finding any good alpha children now. And if he doesn't do this, then he will be on Tony's bad side. And he's trying as hard as he can to get out of that. I mean, I get it's confusing. Like, you don't really know what he's thinking. But he does warn him. He's like, look, if you're planning on doing anything, do it quickly. Because Tony's gonna make his move.
Yeah. Might as well.
Yeah. And we do cut to Tony, like, watching this whole conversation unfold in his office. Which means he now knows that Kenta was having that conversation with Jeff, which is not good for Kenta.
Did he hear? Was there audio?
I don't know if he heard it per se, but he saw it, and the guards before he went in said that Tony requested Kenta not to go in. And so the fact that he was even in there regardless, Tony knows that Kenta's like a little wavering a little bit.
Okay.
So I think we will take a break here, and when we come back, we will have Pete trying to talk with Kenta and try to bring him over to their side, and Tony will completely destroy Kenta emotionally with his words and fist and foot and all sorts of bad things, which broke my heart personally when I was watching that. I felt real bad for him. Nothing, really?
Not really me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because, like, I don't feel connected to any of these characters.
Really?
Like, I want to. Trust me, I want to. But every time I turn it on, I'm just like, I don't want to look at your face. Like, I don't feel connected to any of these characters at all.
Honestly, I think that's my favorite part of the show is the fucking characters.
Really?
I love, like, even the characters that, like, I hate, like, I love hating them. Like, Tony, Winner, Dean, like, I hate them, but I love that I hate them. And, like, I love, like, that's I think my favorite part of the show is the characters.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't see that.
It's so good.
I just feel like they're all so... I'm trying to find the right word here, and all I'm thinking is boring? Like, I don't know why, but, like, I'm just not... They all feel so... Like, there's nothing that deep about them, in my brain at least. Like, whenever I watch, I'm just like, yeah, I expected that from you. Yeah, okay, works for me. Like, yeah, go ahead, cry. Like, I don't even, like I'm not connected to them at all.
Wow. I was so connected to them. Like, that's my favorite part of the show, is the characters.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Interesting. Anyway, we'll be right back and probably talk more about that.
Yeah.
During a later scene, yeah. And we are back with our recap of Pit Babe episode 12.
Yeah.
So Pete, Way, and Babe are at a meeting spot, and Babe's mad at Pete because he's like, I did not agree to bring Kenta in to this plan whatsoever. Because he does not trust him.
Fair.
And Pete says, like, look, Kenta and I have been friends since childhood. Like, I believe deep down he's a good person.
Yeah, but you think he's gonna actually help you? Like, I don't, like, with everything that he's ever done so far, there's, like, no reason to trust him. I really fully believe there's no reason to trust him. Like, I don't know why he would.
Well, again, they have like the history, like they were brothers one, like they have like the past, so it's like they're at least Pete's holding on to that. And even with Jeff, we saw like the last time Jeff was here, he let him go.
Yeah, but I don't know. With that, he just keeps flip flopping so much that I would not trust him.
Well, it doesn't really matter because clearly Kenta did not want to join this team whatsoever. Because he comes in and he's like, look, I know what you're planning on doing, but I am not gonna betray Tony.
Exactly.
He's the one who gave me life. He's the one who gave all of you life. Without him, you all would be nowhere. And yeah, so I'm not gonna betray him.
All right, I figured.
Yeah. And Wei kind of calls him out. He's like, when are you gonna stop acting like a fool and stop being Tony's lapdog?
That's interesting because I do like the callback later when he says you're just a dog.
The reference
to me.
of
Yeah. I like that. I like that happened, and then we were like, you see, hopefully that makes it click, but it still didn't make it click that much. Yeah.
Well, we don't really see more after that.
No.
So I mean, there's still one more episode, and that kind of like is where Kenta left off, I think.
Yeah.
So Babe kind of reminds Kenta that like, he's like, what about all the children that are living there? Like the children living there are probably living horrible lives. Like they don't know anything. They're just forced to grow up like that. Like, it could be a life that's better than, like, the ones we had. Like, other than being treated like objects or treated by being expensive or cheap, without Tony there, like, they wouldn't have to deal with that. So, we see that Kenta goes back to Tony and says that, like, he tried to tell them to withdraw and stop fighting him. And Tony's mad at him.
I see why Tony was like, that's fucking it. You think by being like, well, don't do it, like he'll do anything.
Well, yeah, I think Kenta's also, he's trying to like keep the peace. Like he doesn't want them to fight because he's still kind of like, he doesn't want them to get involved, and he doesn't want like it seems like Kenta's trying to be the peacekeeper in a very unpeaceful situation.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. And Tony's like, oh, well, I thought you might change your mind and join their side. And Kenta's like, no, you're the one who raised me. Like, I will never betray you. So Tony slaps him.
He was like, sucks to suck then.
Yeah, he's like, what you should have done was get rid of those people. Like, and kill them.
Alright, like, I don't like
He says, I've ordered you to take them down so many times, and you haven't been able to do that. And Kenta says, he's like, well, can I get a chance to fix that? And he's like, you've had a chance your whole life, Kenta. And you've disappointed me. And it kind of like throws him to the ground, says, you bit the hand that feeds you. And this is where Kenta starts begging. He's like, even if I need to exchange my own life, I will prove to you that I will never betray you. And Tony says, like, your life isn't that valuable. Like, don't overestimate your life.
Yeah. He's never loved him or anything, because he doesn't love anyone. That's the thing.
No. He loves money and power.
Exactly.
That's it.
Money and power. That's literally it. Like, there's no loyalty there from him on his side.
Yeah. Yeah, so he kind of kicks him again and kind of like clings to his waist, and he's like, please, like, I'm sorry. And he called him father. He stops calling him daddy. He called him father now.
Thank God. Like, please, I don't need him to call him that now.
Yeah, so. And then he says, like, oh, I'm not your father. Like, you are not my child. I never loved you. I saw you as my son. You were like a dog to me. I raised you like a dog.
Exactly. I was like, thank you, finally. Maybe that'll snap him into place.
And he kind of like holds his hand out and like kind of takes it, and like I took this as like when you have a dog and you're like, oh, give me your paw, and like Kenta like pretty much again being his dog.
Yeah.
That's how I took it, and like he says like, okay, well, if you're gonna be a dog, go be a guard dog and go downstairs with the other guards.
Damn.
Yeah. And as he starts walking away, Winter walks by him, and Tony tells Winter that he's gonna essentially replace Kenta now. He's gonna be the new right-hand man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I knew, like, the second he started walking down the hallway with him, I was like, you're gonna regret that so fast, dude. He's such a little bitch. Like,
Oh, Winter? Oh, for sure.
Jesus, he's just like, oh my god, I could hit them, punch them in the face. Like, oh my god, shut up.
Winter is like the embodiment. I realize this. He is the embodiment of all bark, no bite.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he talks a big game, but he can never follow through.
Hell no.
Yeah.
He's too much of a pussy.
No, but that scene was so sad to me with Kenta. Like, I felt so bad for him because it's like that's all he's known his whole life. Like, his Tony and like trying to earn his love and affection, and then like just to find like again, Tony literally says like, "I never raised you as a son. You were never my son. You were just like a dog to me." Like, I felt so bad.
Yeah, but I knew that.
We know that, but now it's like, but he's now Kenta's hearing it. Like, he is hearing those words, and it's like,
I just did not feel like I had built a connection with Kenta at all before this point, which is why this moment didn't really hit me that much. Like, I saw him as like the guy who was always doing things for Tony and like one of his kids. Fine. But like up until this point, and then this scene happened, and I was like, yep, period. Like, Tony's always been a dick. I see that, absolutely. Oh, and now he's fucking you over. What a shocker. Like, that's all I saw it as. Like, I did not see it as a connection to a character at all, because like before that I only ever saw Kenta as like right hand dude. Like, there was never any emotional bond there. Just
really?
Like a guy. No.
That shocks me. Cause I always felt bad for Kenta. Like, even like early on when like, cause Tony had like throwing drinks in his face or like slapping him, like that was like early on shit. And like, I forget what episode it was, maybe episode 4 or 5, where like we see like kind of like crying in the bathroom, like after like he threw a drink on him or something, and we kind of see like
that.
You don't remember that? No.
No. I always like whenever it was even like multiple episodes before I realized, oh, this character's going to be recurring, and as in like a specific character that you're supposed to follow kind of thing.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a lackey. Like, I like for the most part until you were like, no, his name's Kenta. I was like, oh, he has a name. Okay. Yes. Good to know. But like up until here, I was just like, I think the closest I got to being at least even a little invested in his storyline was last episode at the end with Pete. Like, I was like, oh wait, this could be interesting, but then it was shot down pretty fast, and then I was like, never mind. Like, so nah, I was never connected with him at all. I did not see this scene as anything emotional in my brain.
So then we have Wei meeting one of Tony's men, and he's going like, oh yeah, I'm here to pick up the bag. And he's like, doesn't Kenta normally do this? So he places his hand on his shoulder, and he says, give me the bag. He gives him the bag, and then tells him to sleep, and he falls asleep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Easy.
And then we see another guy come in, but Babe comes in to fight him and knocks him down. And they try to escape, but Winter is there with a gun coming out of the van.
I hate him so much. He's so annoying.
Yeah, no, he sucks. So he's like, okay, drop the weapons, give me the bag. They hand the bag over. But then Babe starts fighting Winter for the gun. Wei tried to rush in to grab the bag, but the guy who fell asleep woke up and tried to get him again. And then Pete pulled up in his car, and they make a run for it to his car and drive off.
Once again, they jump in the car and run away.
Yeah.
But they got the thing.
Yeah, no, they came here for an objective, and they did not really succeed in that.
They keep doing that. They keep jumping in and going, quick, run! Like, before they even get what they're supposed to get. Like, guys, just...
Well, I mean, it's more important to save your life than the fucking, like, no...
I mean, yeah.
I also like the twist, like, I feel like normally in shows like these, it's like, oh, yeah, no, of course they're gonna get the thing in the end. Like, it's like, no, they don't. Like, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they fail.
That would have been a fun twist if I hadn't already done that.
Well, but that was with a different group of people.
Exactly, but see, now it's like, once is like, oh, whoops. Twice is, wow, we suck.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I'm saying.
So then at Alan's house, Alan's kind of mad at Babe didn't fill him in and at all about this whole plan he had with Pete and Wei. And Babe kind of says like, yeah, well, I didn't know anything about your whole little Jeff phone hunt. So...
Well, the phone hunt, like, wasn't that interesting. Like I feel like going actually to get something of Tony's is a little bit more high profile than searching a phone down.
Yeah. But then Pete and Wei do come in, and Pete reveals that tomorrow night is going to be an auction. It's supposed to be art pieces, but really it's a cover-up for children.
Mm-hmm.
Pete points out that his prize child is someone who can see the future.
Uh-oh. Dun dun dun.
And so they kind of know that, oh, that's Jeff.
Dun dun dun.
Then we have Tony and Winter. They're walking down the hall. And Winter's like, oh my god, I could have got him too. Like, I was so close. Like, I could have killed them. But, like, you know, if Babe didn't have his senses, like, I would have got him, but he did. And Tony stops him and he's like, wait.
What do you mean senses?
Babe has his senses back. And Winter's like, I mean, it looked like it from the fight. And he's like, oh, interesting. So now Tony knows that Babe has his senses back.
Yeah. So that could be a problem. Also, now he definitely doesn't want Babe dead because now Babe is valuable again.
Yes. Now they have his senses back. He's worth something.
You see, if Kenta had killed him in the previous episode, you would have been fucked.
So Wei comes out where Babe's just sitting alone, and he says, like, hey, like, we're getting ready to go soon, because they're going to make their big move on the auction. And Wei asks, like, hey, do you think we could ever have a chance for things to go back the way they were before? And Wei says, or Babe says, I don't know.
I would say no. Like, too big of a betrayal, bro.
And so Wei sits down next to him and he says, like, I'm sorry for all the past things I did. Okay, whatever. I know you don't really care, but I like the scene.
I don't like Wei. That's the thing.
I know. You're bitter and butthurt that he betrayed everyone. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Okay, but like
you're bitter and butthurt about Daniela. Do I?
I am. Off about yes, that you did. You fucking like. Yeah, you did. No, like here's my thing with Wei is that a lot of it, like a lot of Tony's children and Tony's corruption over everyone, I'm more lenient on, like with Wei, with Babe, with Charlie, Pete, Kenta, Jeff, even Winter a little bit now. Like anyone Tony has touched and corrupted, I'm more lenient on like the forgiveness aspect of it, because like while Charlie annoyed the shit out of me a lot of the show, I still understood a lot of it. Like I get it. Like he was trying to look out for Babe, but he still did a lot of like stupid shit. And like even Wei and Kenta, like I feel like Tony is so like corrupt and power hungry that I'm willing to look past and forgive more than had they not been, you know, corrupted and touched by Tony.
You see, I think that's another way that this has very much like made me like not connect to the characters, or another like instances where I don't connect to the characters that much, because I do see that, but because I haven't connected enough with not even just the main characters, but also Tony, like in the way that he like sucks, like because I feel like I haven't connected with the trauma of all of what happened to them that much, that like that's why I see the betrayal as more like oomph, because I don't connect with the reasoning behind it as much as you do. So I guess that's another reason why I just like don't like him and don't forgive it, because like I didn't really see the trauma. I didn't really connect with the trauma there. So I just see the betrayal.
Yeah. I mean, and we don't see it. Like we don't really see it all that. And we do get like flashbacks here and there and like stuff like that. But like it's also just like known. Like I mean, what even like earlier, what like Tony talking with Kenta and like beating him down, and, like all that shit. Like we know how ruthless he can be, and like we know how scary he can be, and we know how powerful he can be. And so like especially when you're like a young child, like growing up with that as like a resource and like that whole thing, and essentially saying you have one mission to do and you need to do it. And for Wei, it was to have a baby with Babe. Like that was his one mission in life. I know it sounds weird, but like it's true that that's what he was raised to believe. And so to realize that your beliefs were wrong this whole time, and that you fucked up because of that, and that like you hurt the people who actually matter to you, like it's a lot.
I want to connect, I do, but because like we're on episode 12, we're on the penultimate episode, and by this point, if I still have not connected with any of these characters, I feel like I'm never gonna.
I don't know how you want. I don't know. Okay, I'll be honest. I think I know what your reason was. I think the whole Omegaverse stuff like scared you and gave you a bad taste at the beginning.
I don't think so. I honestly don't think so, because I did like to play off of just like Jesus fuck, why is it here? Like
again, that's another part I like, is just playing off the like, oh well that makes sense. You know, it's the Omegaverse.
Yeah, I was like, but I do see why you say that, but like, and obviously I was like, oh god, not this. But it was, it I'm trying to like find the right words here. Um, it wasn't as bothersome, like, as it could have been. Like, I think the only thing that bothered me about it was the fact that I saw a lot of things, like, being not obvious, but like, yeah, okay, makes sense this happens, or like, yeah, okay, this isn't surprising because there was the basis there that it was Omegaverse. So like, when something shocking happened, I've mentioned this before, it wasn't that shocking because there was already like a shocking basis, I guess. I don't know, it just didn't hit as hard as it could have done. Although a scene later, I was quite excited about like oh, this actually was an interesting shocker. Yay!
Oh, it is
so
the
like,
next scene with Charlie?
yes.
Oh, good. Well, okay. Well, great segue. We have Charlie looking around Revel's house and seeing a lot of Babe stuff around.
I was like, oh yeah, there's a picture of Babe, and then he said, and then he just kept looking around. I was like, yeah, okay, there's just this long scene. He's just looking around, but then like he was looking through a book, and there were like babies, like it was baby pictures of him and shit, and I was like, it's his dad, it's his dad, it's his dad. Like it came to me. So like that was interesting. I was shocked by that. I was like, actually, you threw me for a loop there. Well done.
Yes, we I will say we learn more about that next week as well.
I'm sure.
So
I'm sure it's not just gonna drop off.
Yeah, no, we get a whole flashback and everything to his backstory of him and Babe.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's revealed that Ravel is Babe's father. Because at first Charlie was like, wait, are you just like Tony? Are you trying to like take him for his powers too? And he's like, no. I'm his father. Like, I'm his biological father.
Yeah.
And so Charlie's kind of like, oh, shit. So the auction begins. And we have item number 1, which is a art piece. And a child is standing next to it.
Yeah, the way they bring in a different child each time to be like, oh, they're just showing the art piece. No,
yeah. And he says its starting price is 1 million baht.
Fucking damn, man.
Yeah. Ends up being sold for 7 million.
Jesus.
So that child was quite expensive. And then we have Babe, Wei, Pete, and Alan entering the building. They kind of split up. Pete and Wei are going to go to the auction. Alan's looking for Jeff, and Babe's trying to find winner or the evidence or whatever. We have Alan finding where Jeff and the other children are being held and beats up the guard before running out with Jeff.
Run. But they leave the kids there, which is kind of sad.
Well, they're hasn't he on Jeff? He doesn't want to leave the kids, but like also, this is like their end game to like foil Tony's plan. So like if they can, odds are this kid will be safe regardless in the end. But
yeah, it's like don't worry, we'll come back because we'll take Tony out.
Yeah, so yeah, they'll be back for them
momentarily leaving.
Yes. And then as the second child is being bid, we have Pete and Wei entering the auction. And Tony's like, oh, let them in, it's fine, let them in. And they enter, and Pete does reveal that he's like, oh, like, Tony's his daddy or whatever, father.
Yeah.
Like, to the audience, which is kind of just like, a little like, info.
Exciting news.
Yeah. Then we have Gunman being the shit out of Babe, because it seems his senses have gone again. And Charlie comes in with Babe's senses. And
I was like, when the fuck did you get here?
Yes, he defeats all the guys. I'm assuming Charlie showed up after he realized that he wasn't hearing from Jeff anymore. Like, I don't know how long Jeff was gone for, but like he kind of like...
That's true. It's like, where the fuck has he been?
It was kind of like
it's probably very much like, hey, where the fuck is he? I thought he's supposed to come like every other day or some shit like that. Like, where is he now?
Yeah. So, and then when he didn't show up, they were kind of like, oh, okay, well, I think something happened and he's just going in. And
yeah.
I think that's why they're there. And that's where the episode ends. We have Babe seeing Charlie alive with his senses. So, MVP for the episode?
Can I just say no, I don't have one?
Really?
Yeah. It was like this episode, I just kept like I had to really force myself to pay attention. Like I was drifting, man. I like some of it I didn't remember because I was just like like I was it was a lot to get through this episode, and I feel like no one really was a standout. The only I part of me wants to say Charlie just because he was included in the shocker that like that guy was that Babe's dad, but like that was not of him being a, awesome character or anything like that. It was just because he was there.
It was just like a shocking reveal.
It was just a fun, shocking reveal. So, like, nah.
Okay.
I know. I have to say, I wanted to like this. I really did going into this show, but this is probably, like, my least favorite show you've shown me.
I don't know what. Like, I'll be honest, everyone fucking loved this show. This was like such a popular show. Like, I am so thrown off as like that you don't like it this much. I'm so shocked by that.
I don't know why so many people like it. Like, I don't get it. I really don't. Like, no offense to all y'all. You love what you want to love, but like, I don't see it.
Oh, okay.
I really don't see it.
Okay, well, my MVP was Pete. I mainly just like the fact that he was, again, like I said, like, I felt like he was trying to, he was trying to help Wei, he's trying to help Kenta, like, he's not giving up on anyone. Like, he's not giving up on any of the people who were raised by Tony. Like, he's the only person who I think really understands, like, how awful Tony was and how cruel he can be, and is not willing to give up on people who were also raised that way as well.
Yeah.
And we see that a lot this episode, and so I thought he was good. So your grade for last week.
Yay. Tell me.
You actually, you got 50%, so that's not awful.
It's barely passing.
I mean, yeah, it's not even passing, really.
It's not even passing. It's not even passing.
So the first one was Kidnapped. You said Kenta. It was Jeff.
Fuck. Well, he kidnapped him.
I mean, he did, but he wasn't kidnapped. I'm sorry was the quote. You said Charlie. It was Wei when he was apologizing to Babe.
Oh.
Another quote, don't overestimate your life. That was Tony. You got that correct.
Yeah, I felt like that would be Tony.
And Auction, that was Tony, I guess, and you also got it correct as well.
Yeah. Well, I got the Tonys.
Yeah, you got Tony right. That's good.
Sweet.
So now there are 4 vibes for the finale.
Snazzy.
The first one is Hot Damn times 2.
Aw.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess Charlie and Babe because they're like, yeah, you're alive, let's fuck. And if it's people we've already seen a hot damn for, then I would say Jeff and Alan. But if it's not people we've seen a hot damn for, I would say Wei and Pete. But like, I feel like we haven't seen enough of them for them to actually be like, ooh, guys, they're gonna have a hot damn. Ooh. So like, I would say Alan and Jeff.
Next is backstory.
The dad and everything, Babe and the dad.
Next is a quote.
Oh.
Please stop, don't hurt anyone else.
Does Kenta say that to Tony? That's a guess. I'll say that's Kenta to Tony.
Kenta. And then the last vibe is death times 2.
People die! Okay. Part of me doesn't want to say Tony because I want him to, like, go to prison and shit, but I'm gonna say Tony. And I really hope that death number 2 maybe sticks with Charlie. Maybe this time he'll actually die.
So you want
but
to say
maybe
Charlie?
not. Maybe not though, because he already like died in quotes once, I guess, but he didn't. It'd be really interesting if it was Babe, but I also feel like I could see that coming. But I'll say Babe anyway.
Okay.
Babe. Or Wei. But I'll say Babe.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna say Wei. Scratch that.
Well, oh, okay, hang on. What?
Wei.
Okay, so Tony and Wei, you think are they gonna die?
Yes.
Okay. So those were your vibes for
Sweet.
the finale.
Great.
Join us next week where we'll be recapping Pit Babe episode 13, the finale of season 1, because apparently there's season 2 coming out soon. So.
Please don't make me watch it. Begging you. I don't know why.
It's not even out yet. I'm still so shocked you don't. I don't know. Anyone listening, why didn't Emma like this?
I swear I want to. Like, everyone else seems to like it, so I'm like, great. And so I went in and I'm like, I'm gonna like it. And then I didn't like it. I'm like, I want to because everyone else seems to like it, so I don't get why I don't like it.
I don't either. Like everything you don't like, you said like, oh, I don't feel a connection with the character. I'm like, that's like one of my biggest reasons. And like the Omegaverse stuff, it's like, oh, who cares? Like, it's the Omegaverse. Like, that's like again a fun thing. It's like, yeah, who cares? It's just crazy. Like anything can happen. It's the Omegaverse.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, man. It's just not connecting with me at all.
I don't know.
I've tried to be like, ooh, I want to be, maybe you'll be my favorite character. And then it's just like nothing happens with them in my brain. And I'm just like, like, I thought it would be Charlie for a while, but like, I was finding nothing to hold on to. So I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, we will see you all next week for Pit Babe episode 13.
See you then.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.